Hi guys, I'm teaching differential equations from this book, a first course in differential equations with modeling applications. This is the 11th edition of the book by Zill, Dennis Zill. So as you can see here, there are plenty of tables and integrals and derivatives which are not easy to compute actually. So these are highly difficult. So here we go, a first course in differential equations with modeling applications. Dennis Zill. Let's check the table of contents. So we have here chapter 1, Introduction to Differential Equations. First order differential equations down there. A little about modeling. I don't do modeling actually. Number 4, so I skip number 3 and I go straight to number 4, higher order differential equations. Plenty of interesting stuff down here. Initial value and boundary, value problems, homogeneous equations, linear equations with constant coefficients. I covered all of this stuff actually in this semester. I skipped modeling actually. So I move on to section 6 actually, chapter 6 on series solutions via Frobenius approach, and then we jump straight into the Laplace transform. This is super interesting, and this week I'm covering section 7.2 actually. And then there's a discussion about the delta, direct delta, which is, I think, super interesting for students, the impulse function. So there you have it, 7.5, the direct delta function, the unit impulse. It's a distribution actually, in the sense of Schwartz. And many interesting properties come out of the definition actually. So basically the Laplace transform allows us to transform a differential equation into an algebraic equation. So as you can see, the textbook contains plenty of exercises for the students. So this is the book by Zill. This is not the one I wanted to talk today about. The one I wanted to talk about today is this version of Zill, differential equations with boundary value problems. Okay, the 5th edition. It's similar to the textbook that I showed you, but it's in Chinese. So this is the one that my students are actually using. Because I'm teaching in China actually, and this is the version the students are using. Look at that, the table of contents. It's, the quality is not the best. You can see the photocopy down there, and the ink scattered on the top down there a little bit, but it's super interesting. Look at that. I mean, I don't understand anything. Thus, I don't know, it's super interesting. Look at that. Some interesting graphs down there. I'm pretty sure, like, even if we don't understand a single word about what's written down there, we would be able to understand the problem. So you see an equation down there and you know immediately what to do. So you want to solve that equation, right? And so it's actually super interesting that math goes beyond language. It's very interesting. Look at that. So I caught one student, checking the textbook, and then I asked him, what is it? And he said, well, it's the Chinese version of our textbook. And he kindly, bought the book for me. I mean, he was so nice, and I just wish I could speak a little Chinese there, but it's just fine. All right. And finally, to conclude the video, we're going to check the back cover of the textbook. We have here Dr. Dennis Zill. There's a photo down there from Loyola Marymount University. And then the second author, this is Professor Michael Cullen down there. I'm not sure that affiliation is displayed, but it is what it is, guys. So differential equations with boundary value problems. There you go. And then a first course in differential equations with modeling applications. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.